The invisible formula, why your retention is bleeding and theirs isn't. You've seen the channels. They explode from nowhere. Their videos consistently hit millions of views, and their audience retention graphs look like a mountain range, not a cliff. While you're battling the dreaded 30-second drop-off, they're effortlessly keeping viewers hooked for 70, 80, even 90% of an 8-minute video. This isn't luck. It's an invisible formula, a systematic approach to audience psychology and algorithm manipulation that allows million-dollar creators to automate their growth. Today, we're not just revealing this formula, we're showing you precisely how to implement and automate it on your channel, turning your struggling retention into an unbreakable viewer magnet. Forget shallow advice. We're diving into the metrics that matter and the practical steps to engineer them. Your journey to YouTube mastery starts now. At the heart of this invisible formula is what I call the retention loop. It's not just about one video performing well, it's about chaining videos together, creating an uninterrupted viewing experience that keeps your audience on YouTube and, crucially, on your channel. The YouTube algorithm prioritizes session watch time above almost all else. If your videos consistently lead viewers to watch more of your content, or even stay on the platform longer, you become the algorithm's best friend. How do you measure this? Look beyond average view duration. Dive into your traffic source, suggested videos, and YouTube search metrics. Are your own videos consistently showing up as suggested after one of yours ends? That's the retention loop in action. A channel that masters this sees a compounding effect. More views, more subscribers, and a dramatically lower cost of acquisition for new viewers. The first 30 seconds of your video are a make or break moment. Your audience retention graph for this segment is the most critical metric you can track. If you see a steep drop-off, say 40 to 50% in the first 15-30 seconds, your hook is failing. Million-dollar creators don't guess here, they A/B test. For example, a gaming channel might test two different opening clips, one with pure action, another with a quick, intriguing question. They track which intro segment, even down to 5-second increments, retains more viewers using YouTube analytics. They're looking for the highest relative audience retention in that initial burst. A strong hook is not just about a compelling statement. It's about visually and orally delivering on the promise of your thumbnail and title immediately. It's about creating an open loop that compels viewers to stay for the resolution. Once you've hooked them, the challenge shifts to sustaining engagement throughout the video. This is where you engineer engagement spikes to combat the natural decay of attention. Look at your audience retention graph for dips. A sudden 10% drop at 2:15, that's where you lost people. Top creators use pattern interrupts, a sudden zoom, a sound effect, a quick graphic change, or a shift in topic. They also strategically deploy open loops. For instance, a tech reviewer might say, "Later in this video, I'll reveal the one feature that makes this phone obsolete for creators." This creates anticipation, pulling viewers past potential drop-off points. Analyze your graph, identify the typical points where engagement sags, and then proactively inject these engagement spikes. This isn't random. It's a data-driven content pacing strategy directly tied to your viewers' attention span. The video isn't over when you say goodbye. It's only over when your viewer leaves YouTube or your channel. The next action prompt is about guiding your audience seamlessly to their next piece of content, ideally another one of yours. This directly impacts your session watch time and, consequently, your algorithm favorability. Million-dollar creators use end screens and cards not as an afterthought, but as a strategic component of their retention formula. For instance, an educational channel might have an end screen that links to a specific playlist, Master YouTube Analytics, which directly follows the current video's topic. They track the click-through rates, CTR, on these end screens.
If a specific end screen element has a low CTR, they A/B test different video suggestions or calls to action. The goal is to maximize the likelihood that the viewer's next click keeps them within your ecosystem.
Now, how do we automate this invisible formula? It begins with data-driven scripting. Your YouTube analytics isn't just a report, it's a feedback loop. Every single video you upload provides invaluable data for your next one. Analyze your key moments for audience retention report. Which segments performed exceptionally well? Which topics or specific phrases generated a spike? Replicate those successful elements. Which segments caused a significant drop-off? Eliminate or refine those. For example, if your tutorial videos consistently outperform your vlog videos in average view duration, the automation isn't a robot, it's you proactively shifting your content strategy towards more tutorials. This systematic analysis and adaptation of your content based on tangible metrics is the true automation for sustainable growth. The second pillar of automation is leveraging your community. Your comments section, community tab polls, and direct messages are a goldmine of retention data. When viewers tell you, "I wish you covered X more," or "that part at 3:45 was confusing," they're handing you direct feedback to improve your next video's retention. Top creators don't just reply to comments, they analyze them. They use polls on their community tab to gauge interest in future topics, effectively pre-testing content ideas for high engagement before production. For instance, a beauty channel might ask, "Which makeup look should I do next? Natural glow or dramatic smoky eye?" The option with higher engagement is then prioritized for a video, ensuring a higher likelihood of strong initial CTR and sustained audience retention because the audience asked for it. This isn't just engagement, it's data collection that directly feeds into your retention strategy. The invisible retention formula isn't magic, it's methodical. It's about understanding that every single metric, your CTR, your average view duration, your relative audience retention, your end screen click-throughs, and your community feedback, is a lever you can pull to optimize your channel. Million-dollar creators aren't just making videos, they're constantly iterating, constantly refining, and constantly learning from their data. Your automation isn't a software package, it's the disciplined process of analyzing your performance, identifying what works and what doesn't, and then systematically applying those insights to your next piece of content. Start today. Go into your analytics, pick one video, and identify one retention killer and one engagement booster. Then, engineer your next video to address those findings. Implement, analyze, and automate. That's how you unlock the invisible formula and build a channel that truly scales.